Hi, I'm Heather with Volusia County Community Information. Today we're at Sugar Mill Ruins, tucked away here in New Smyrna Beach. The ruins started as a 19th century sugar mill that was once part of the Kruger de Peyster plantation. In 1830, Henry Kruger and William de Peyster purchased 600 acres and established a sugar plantation. The plantation originally consisted of a sugar mill and a sawmill, both built from coquina quarried in the area. The ruins were placed on the National Historic Register of Historic Places in 1970 and are now maintained by Volusia County. Entrance to the park is free and visitors are welcome to wander around the ruins, walk along the nature trails, and enjoy a picnic lunch under the shade of some beautiful oak trees.
Historians believe that sugarcane originated in New Guinea thousands and thousands of years ago. At first, it was mainly grown to be chewed until the method of refining sugar was discovered in India around the year 100 BC. The cultivation of sugarcane gradually spread across human migration routes from Asia to India to Europe, eventually making its way to the Caribbean and Florida. The hot, humid climate here was perfect for growing those sugary stalks. As a result, Florida has a long history in the sugar industry. Over the years, the remnants of this mill have become a subject for painters, photographers, and writers. If you have not had an opportunity to come out and see it, I highly recommend you visit.
Growing and making sugar cane here in Florida in the early 1800s was hard work. A plantation would have to grow 7 tons of sugar cane just to be able to produce 1 ton of sugar. This year-round strenuous process was done by enslaved people here at the Kruger de Peyster plantation. The sugar juice would be ladled from kettle to kettle, each kettle getting smaller and smaller. The purpose of this was to evaporate as much of that liquid as they could. It would go through 5 kettles and make it here to the smallest kettle and the hottest kettle. Now the fire would be lit right underneath this kettle and that heat would transfer back and warm all of the kettles. And by the time it arrived here at this 5th kettle, it was dense and thick and very syrupy. And that's good, they wanted all that liquid out. So once they were finished here, they would ladle it out and they would take it to the drying room. In the drying room, they would pour the syrupy liquid into these shallow pans and allow them to dry for 14 hours. They would then pack all those sugar crystals into large barrels called hogshead barrels, and they would sit for 60 days. They would drill holes in the bottom of these barrels so that more and more of that liquid could drip down to these pans below. Now that liquid is what we know as molasses, which could be used in cooking and also in the creation of rum.
So if you get the chance to come out and visit Sugar Mill Ruins, there's obviously a lot of history in this area, but there's also a really cool, very short hiking trail that if you get the chance to go out, check it out. That's a neat little hammock that has oak trees, palms, a little bit of history in there as well. So we're gonna go in there, check out a few of the neat little plants that we have, and just check out also our interactive guide that one of our Florida Master Naturalists built. During the Florida Master Naturalist program, each student is required to do a project. And one of our Florida Master Naturalists decided to do a project right here at Sugar Mill Ruins. It's a really neat interactive guide to the nature trail that's here. And what you want to do if you come out to Sugar Mill Ruins, you just open the camera on your phone or tablet and you highlight the QR code and you should get a link that shows up. And what this link does is kind of give you information on the environment or the plants and anything that's kind of right behind each of these as you walk this nature trail.
Thank you so much for joining us in exploring the Kruger de Peyster Sugar Mill Ruins. We've had a great time today, and there are so many other interesting historic sites to see in Volusia County, so get out there and check it out. My name is Tracy.
I'm Trey.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Heather. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.